It's August, and I have a message for you. And let's see what we can predict for August. I'm Diana Rankin, a psychic medium and life coach. And for those of you who have watched my other videos, you know that when I make a monthly prediction, I use one of my books. This is my book that my Spirit Guide Phillip gave to me. And the book is called A Master's Book of Answers by Phillip, as told to Diana Rankin. And this is a book, it's an oracle book, and each page has a different message on it. So many people tell me they keep this book by their bedside or at their desktop, and what they do then is when the time comes for them to just check it out, they'll every morning or when they open their office door, they get a message from Philip to see how the day's going. Well, we're going to get a message to see how the month of August is going to go. We do know, of course, that there's going to be a bit of turmoil in August. I won't lie to you about that. Our world is in upheaval, and what's happening is the new energies are coming in. They've been coming in for a while, but now they're really butting heads up against the old energies. And so as those two energies try to break through, and the one wants to hold on to what was, and the other one is pushing for what is to come. It's that beautiful feminine energy that we're seeing that actually started many years ago. It actually started back in the 60s and was really held down. The same with people of color. They were held down, and the 60s changed a lot of that. Well, now we're seeing all of that over again, only at a much higher rate of vibration. And so as we see that at a much higher rate of vibration, we're going to see the butting of heads. We're going to see the turmoil. We're going to see the chaos that comes from that. And I'm afraid August is really going to bring a lot of that forth. Part of that is the heat we'll experience here in the U.S., but it's also a worldwide phenomenon that is changing things. So let's see what Philip has to say. We're just, again, going to flip through, and we have to think left or right. And I was thinking right, and I didn't mention that. And what we have on the right here is, you have chosen to be who you are. Each of us have chosen to be who we are. You know, as a soul, we come into life. Before we come into our human life, as a soul, we make certain choices. We choose that we're going to accomplish certain things. We choose that we're going to be part of the change, be part of this new movement that's coming in, this movement of greater love, this movement of greater feminine energy, which is the receiving and the compassion and the mothering energy. And it's not just in women. In all of us, we have that balance of masculine and feminine. So here we are at a time that even though your life may feel very hard and it may feel unfair at times, please remember that as a soul, you chose to come in at this time. You chose to be part of the change. You chose to do the work of the healing in order that you can help progress and evolve our world to its next level. You know, I think what we're building, I listened to Michelle Obama's speech last night on television, and I listened to also Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. And what impressed me about all three speeches is they spoke about the future. They spoke about what we're building for our children, what we're creating and evolving into for our children. So I'm of that age where I recognize a lot of the work I do may not be fulfilled in my lifetime, other than with my clients on a one-on-one. And my heart is so touched. I am so gratified when I see those clients go out into the world and do their work that makes our world so much better. And so that's the message that Philip is giving us, that you have chosen to be who you are. You've chosen it as a soul. So as a human, you want to live to that great potential. You've come into this time to add love to the world. You've come into this time to add your gifts, whatever those gifts are. Now is the time to use those gifts. Now is the time to step forward, to step through the fear, to step to the other side and say, yes, I'm ready. I accept my calling. I accept my mission. Even if you don't know what it is right now, all you have to do is start simply by accepting it. There's a wonderful book that we used to use. I used to have a year-long workshop, a mystery school of sorts, called The Sacred Path. And in that 1 year, we all read a book, and then the whole weekend that we met was around that book. And one of the books that I used for the whole year practically was called The Calling. It's a small book. It's a wonderful book. David Spangler wrote it. I highly recommend it. Your libraries may have it. If not, I'm sure it's still available, although it's been out for a very long time. I think back since the 60s it was out, or the 70s. Mr. Spangler says in the book about the calling. Once you accept it and step into it, then you will have those opportunities. And they may seem very small. So some of the examples that I use, it may be that you're being asked to smile at someone who needs a smile. It could be a stranger. It could be the clerk, the cashier at the grocery store. And it may be something that small. And what Mr. Spangler explains is that it takes baby steps. Again, my words, I'm not explaining his words. I'm not using his words very eloquently. But what he's saying is it may state your calling may be very large, but it may start with very small steps. So whatever the step, whatever your intuition says, I should smile at that person, do it. Smile at that person, because remember, Philip is telling us, you have been chosen to be who you are. Now is the time. We need you. We need you. Be love. That's who we all are. And then go forth and be the greatest you can be. I'm here for you. I'm so grateful to be a part of your life today. Thank you. This is Diana Rankin saying, I love you. Thank you for accepting my love. And thank you for subscribing to this channel. I appreciate it.